Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to thank the designers over at Rust for featuring in Community Update number 78. My slide on the left there, all of the Chinese dynasties in the last 1,000 years that have collapsed during grand solar minimums. Speaking of China, food prices up the most in 4 years. And specifically, pork prices up almost 20% in January. $3 cucumbers in Canada, $8 heads of cauliflower. Look for more intense vortices, both on land and at sea, intense electrical storms as we get into the new grand solar minimum. I want to thank the designers over at Rust for their Community Update number 78, where they featured my slide on the left side there, which covers the entire gamut of the last 1,000 years of Chinese dynasties which have collapsed due to the grand solar minimum. I've linked them below in the comment box. You can go directly there. Now what you'll notice also is there's a natural fluctuation in temperature as much as 2.5 degrees Celsius. And these spikes in temperature and drops in temperature are a natural phenomenon during cycles of the sun. We are going into a grand solar minimum currently, and where the bars are were grand solar minimums in the past. And you'll notice what happened with the dynasties there, as well as the migration patterns that sent Genghis Khan looking for other more fertile areas that could grow more food, which made them look for more resources in different places. And you might really want to ask yourself this question. If the climate had stayed stable and warm enough where more crops could have been grown with better animal husbandry, would the Mongols have invaded everywhere they did if the climate was better and warmer? Staying with China and staples here, food prices explode 7.3% year on year, the most in 4 years. As well, pork prices up almost 20% in January alone. Jumping over to Canada, the loonie dropping back to 2003 valuation levels. Couple this with Canada's entire gold reserve has been sold off. Canada has no more gold bullion in the government reserves. Supermarkets there, $3 cucumbers, $8 heads of cauliflower, $16 of cornflakes. And that's one of the reasons I have my channel. I'm focusing on food and how important it is. Rust came out also featuring Ben Davidson's Suspicious Observers and jumps right over to magneticreversal.org, which is that graphic right there that you see on the right side. I'll pull it out larger for you. Now this is an interesting couple up as well. The magnetic field, the geomagnetic pole seems to be moving, and the Earth's magnetosphere is also weakening. This would be expected during a grand solar minimum as the solar wind decreases pressure from the outflow of particles from the sun. Now with these vortices being electrical in nature, you'll start to see more of them, more intensity, multiples, doubles, triples, quadruples, and the actual width of these vortices is increasing along with the power, and that would be expected. These weather anomalies are caused by cosmic rays increasing cloud cover around the 18,000 foot range, which fits right into this whole feedback loop here of atmospheric changes. Be on land as well as at sea. You are going to start to see a lot more water spouts and just lakes and different bodies of water that you're not used to seeing these types of events happening. You start to see it across the planet. It's just intensified. Electrical storms in nature as well. Since we live in an electric universe, you'd think the discharge back to the Earth for an equilibrium would bring us with higher amounts of electricity in the air during these storms. Literally, electrical storms are intensifying. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. Start to look for more of these coming into the Northern Hemisphere when the air masses are mixing. What I am talking about with the intensification of electrical storms, tornadoes, vortices on water, vortices on land, you are going to start to see exponential amounts of these, but mega-sized coming up right now. So look for it this summer. This is another indication of the grand solar minimum. These events are going to be so localized across so many widespread areas that everybody will get a chance to see some weather phenomenon this year with your own eyes. As long as you get outside and take a look when something's happening, you will see what I am talking about.